Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Teacher Kim here. So I was talking to a friend the other day, and she said that she is switching from working in the public schools to working and teaching online some. So I wanted to give some tips for those who are transitioning from teaching public school or working with students one-on-one in that environment to teaching online, because they are not close to the same thing. They are totally different. So I'm going to give you my top 7 things to remember or do to prepare. So my first tip, number 1, is practice being on camera. No matter your personality, it is very awkward the first time you're on camera and see yourself in a classroom setting on camera, or see, look at that. After a while, you don't care how you look. Look at me. But it's very different and awkward to see yourself on camera or to adjust to it. Like, this is my right hand, but it's to my left. This is my left hand, but it's to my right. So things like that, reversing your directions when you're teaching the student. Being mindful of, you can't physically hand them something or show them something or guide their hand, or you can't. It's very different seeing yourself on camera and working online than it is in a regular school setting. It's a very unique situation. So to practice beforehand being on camera and getting used to seeing yourself on camera. This is why I recommend having some kind of webcam program, or even just Skype, Zoom, something where you can talk to someone or talk to yourself and get used to it. And watch yourself. I don't love doing that. I don't love my playbacks. I can't make it through a whole one yet, and actually I don't watch my own YouTube videos very often, but they get on my nerves. Watch yourself on camera to see, so you start gaining that confidence of being on camera. I've told you before, I'm an introvert, but on here, Teacher Kim isn't. So thankfully, she's an extrovert, or at least she plays a really good one. All right, tip number 2. Now I can't see. Remove your regular classroom ideas. I just said a minute ago, this is totally different. I have taught brick and mortar. I have taught 5th grade, 2nd grade, 4K, 2-year-olds. I spent the better part of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, give or take, in classroom settings. I've spent 2 years online, and I can tell you from day one, this was totally different. So take that, I can do this because I've done it, I've teach their stigma mentality out of your head. Prepare yourself for being in a totally different environment. A fun, exciting environment, but totally different. Number 3, don't be surprised if you aren't a natural. Don't be surprised if it's not natural to you to be on camera and to teach online. Teaching in a regular setting, I said a minute ago, is not the same as teaching online. There are some things that transfer over. Some of the skills we use in one works on the other. So it's not that you can't use what you've learned. Obviously you can, and you're going to build on who you are and what you know, but it may not come natural. It doesn't. It didn't for me at first. It took me a few classes to decide how I was going to be online, my online teacher presence versus my classroom teacher presence. It's very different, very different. And along with that, these are the paying customers. If you're teaching in a public school, the kids don't have a choice. They have to be there. Their parents are making them come. The government makes them come to school. Kids have to go to school. Kids on these classrooms and these platforms, my hair is wild today. In these platforms, they do not have to be there. Their parents are paying you your salary. So it's a different mindset of, well, I can't discipline in the traditional ways, or I can't, you need to please the customer at the end of the day. I'm not saying don't discipline. Definitely discipline. Definitely use the tricks that you know work with your students, but just don't be surprised if it's not natural to do it online. Then along with that goes with number 4, give yourself grace. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to stumble a little in your first classes. It's going to happen. Your 1,000th, 2,000th, 3,000th class. I don't think I'm quite at 3,000 yet. I know I'm over 2. But even then, I still stumble sometimes. And I still make mistakes. And that's normal because, like I said in a different video on something different, but I'm human. We're all human. So you're going to make mistakes. But give yourself grace. If you have a bad class, that's okay. If you maybe aren't giving 100% of yourself one day, show yourself grace. Except, okay, maybe I didn't do my best on that one. Let me try again. So don't be harsh on yourself. Number 5, accept that you will make mistakes. Same thing. You're going to make mistakes. You are human. There are times when I say things incorrectly, not like pronunciation, but sometimes, your words get tied up, and so I'll make a funny sound or a funny, and then I'll try again, and the kids laugh, and they know that it's okay. And here's the great thing. When you make a mistake in the classroom, the kids realize, oh, it's okay if I make a mistake. And it's okay if we both make mistakes. Number 6, don't give up. This is not as easy as I make it seem. It's not as easy as all these YouTubers make it seem. They will tell you, if they're honest with themselves, that it can be hard. It is hard with the hours that we work. It is hard being on every time you turn that camera on. It is hard to entertain when the kid doesn't want to participate. It is hard when the student won't respond and you are during the lesson to your heart out, giving your heart out. It is hard when you don't feel well, or when you haven't slept, or when you get the idea. It can be so hard sometimes. So don't give up. Push forward. Keep going. If it's something you really want and something you want to work at, keep trying. Last one, and this is something that is in every classroom around the world, whether you are a teacher, online, offline, just dealing with kids in general. Here it is. You want to know the thing that every college professor will tell you when you're going into a classroom, that every teacher will tell you no matter what the situation? Here you go. Drum roll, please. Expect the unexpected. That is in any classroom, and anytime you are dealing with children, you cannot lay out, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, this is going to happen, because I promise you, the minute you try to say this is going to happen in this order, the kid's going to do something crazy, and it's it's going to go wild. So expect the unexpected. It is so rewarding and so fun to teach online, and it is lucrative if you work hard. It is the best job I have ever had, hands down, and I have worked with some great people and worked with some wonderful children, and I love every one of them, trust me, that I've ever worked with. But if I could go back and do this instead of all those jobs, I don't know that I would, but it'd be tempting, because I do love this job. I love my hours. I love that I can work when I want. I can have fun, and I can do it in my pajamas, and I can just spend time with my kids, which is something I didn't get before. So it is definitely my favorite job out of all the ones I've had, and it's definitely worth it. So last tip, this wasn't on my list, so this is number 8. Have fun. Enjoy it. It will be a very rewarding, very fun, very exciting, very outstanding, amazing thing if you just let it be. Just enjoy yourself, have fun, and I promise you it'll be awesome. Thanks for watching. Let me know, what are your tips for teachers who are in a public school coming straight into this? Or what did I leave out? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.